Maybe you can just start by telling us how the Kenyan team performed at the Commonwealth Games in shooting.
In shooting, the team performed their personal best, all of them put in their personal best. And out of the 4 disciplines we had, the best performing was Guy Jack in skeet event. He was number 13 out of the 40 shooters. And he missed the minimum qualifying score for Olympic by 1 point. He shot 113 out of 125 with a very excellent performance, and he was a leading in Africa, if you see the table, and very good performance. Next best was the rifle 2-2 for Gulraj Semi, the young boy, and Gurpreet Danjal. These two 2-2 rifle 50 meter, they also perform very well. They are number 18, 19 out of 30 nations, and both of them had first time experience in international, and we'd hope that they would qualify on the top 8 finals, but they were very close, not so far. But we hope that we will improve further because the challenges facing was that they shoot at electronic target systems, and here we have paper target system, manual changing systems. So the environment also is very different because all is all digital. You have to get used to the box, the computer. So it's a very different mindset. So we hope in future that even our ranges will come into that level, of digital and sorry. Then we have the lady shooters. All of them are first timers. The air pistol and the event did not do so well. There were about 25, 26 position in air pistol and in 2-2 rifle. But both were new for women. For us, women shooters are not to the level as required, but they tried their best. Locally, they did well, but internationally, they still have to do a lot of hard work. Then we had the full bore shooter from GSU, Christopher Saina and Satinda in full bore. Also, the performance was not at par. I was expected the way they shoot locally here, trials. So the best performing was Kit, Gajek, and the 2-2 rifle 50 meter. The other 3 disciplines did not perform well. As far as I'm concerned as a team manager, I would have expected them to be even more better. In terms of preparation, for example, we never got any 1 shilling also. We gave budgets 1 year ago to the Ministry of Sports and to the National Olympic Committee. But it was very unfortunate that if we had some preparation money also, because a federation individual has limitations. So we didn't get even 1 shilling. 1.5, 2 years we've been after these preparation budgets, and we just didn't get the money.
So you did benefit from the camp that the government set up at Kasarani?
No, the camp is for, basically we are with weapons, so we get local allowance, only 21,000 the flight day we are flying. But ammunition cost is almost in the year is 500,000 to 700,000, and you have to shoot at ranges, So we were not at Kasarani, we were trying to train, but even at that time no money. Everybody was struggling, to get money for ammunition, get money for getting the upgrade of jackets. It was a bit of a stress, really. And how do you expect athletes with limitation on finance? And then we're preparing a team, we spend so many millions to go, but we don't even spend money on preparation. Right ammunition, right, training programs, this. So if we, as a federation individual, you come to a limitation. How do you expect a lady shooter from the police and the GSU to fork up money? And this is where you expect. So these are the results, you see. Otherwise, we are very hopeful that if we had some preparation money, we could have even had performed much better. But up to last moment, psychologically, nothing was coming forth. And you saw the papers, all the controversies about allowances, paid here, there. Even when we reached there, we were said we spent our own money.
Was it reimbursed?
Reimbursed. In fact, when the team came back, we had 1 shooter who stayed till the 3rd. They refused to reimburse. They said, we will do. We had to force 1 shooter. The whole team came back without reimbursement. One shooter fortunately stayed over till the third and the fourth. Is when he followed the reimbursements, he got even that part of it. Still part was balanced. We were hoping that the chief de mission and other officers will bring me the refund, yeah. And even that we had to, I had to personally, give money to pay for these things. Allowances were paid right at the end when the team, some at least had already left without allowances, but we managed to get. That was okay, but it's quite a surgical stress when you're chasing kits, you're chasing uniforms, you're chasing whatever. Yeah, at least I was doing my job, but it was very stressful for me in terms of following these issues. Yeah, they leave it till the last moment. When ladies are going back, when this equipment to be bought, a lot of things are not managed well, really, in time frame.
I don't know about the ranking system in shooting, but do they rank countries according to, okay, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4? So in the Commonwealth, what was Kenya ranked? And maybe in Africa, what was the...
Okay, if you go to Africa, we go discipline by discipline. For example, in skeet, in Africa we are number 1. But in terms of, because we are only few countries doing skeet in that, Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana. So skeet we are number 1. Gaijek is number 1. When you look at full bow, we are number 2 position in Africa. Overall ranking in terms of, if you look at all countries, we should be in the mid-range. Out of 30 countries, we are in the top 10. Because we beat all the Caribbean countries, we beat all countries in Africa, Ghana, Uganda, Zimbabwe, South Africa, we beat all of them. So Africa, we are number 1, number 2 position in terms of Commonwealth Games. In all our disciplines, we beat the entire Africa continent. But when it comes to now India and other Asian countries, now here the draw line is between professionalism and amateur. Now let me come back to India, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. These countries, all of them came with personal coaches who are there on contract from Russia, from China and from Korea. Even countries like Bangladesh, all the Asian countries who performed the top in gold medal, silver medal, all those Asian countries took it. They had coaches who have mental training coach with them. They had a training for each discipline, rifle 1 coach, pistol 1 coach, physiotherapist and a mental training coach. They full-time do shooting, paid by the government. Now when someone is doing full-time shooting and they got a support from international coaches, how do you expect amateurs like us in terms of the vast or the majority? And that's why they pick all the medals, because it has become professional versus amateur. Look at the resources, and you know what is one coach costing? $4,000 a month, $3,500. One coach. India had 3, Bangladesh had 1, Singapore 2, Malaysia 2,
Kenya
0. With our experience, we can't afford international coach. We can't have money for preparation. Where else a coach is going to come from? So we do our coaching through international. We have our local coaches, but those coaches are professionals, very highly ranked. You can imagine they're just paying the salary $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So you can look at it, how much a country invests in a sport. Yes, Kenya is diverse in sports. There's a lot of sports, limitation of finances, but our disciplines can perform. It has been proved.
Like I remember, Kipchoge Keino has always been telling us that we should diversify so that we don't just rely on
yes, look at Diego
track
and the performance. He's proved he's right. The chairman, the president of Kipchoge Keino is very right, because when we diversify, for example, in javelin and field events, we have so much talent. You're telling me we can't get Kenyans who can throw shot put. We don't have Kenyans who can throw discus. It must be. We have talents. It's just no right investment, no right direction of focus. And a lot of other sports like shooting, women can perform much better. Equipments. I had shooters with old rifles. We even requested for latest equipment, rifles. They have no money. while they invest in bicycle, for cycling they invested 4 million, 3 million on a bicycle team. I'm not going against cycling, they are doing also well. But where do you draw the line? You pay 3 million, 4 million when they go for youth. Africa, they spend 2-3 million on buying bicycles. Yeah? When it comes to shooting, there's zero. So I think standards are questionable. Yeah? All I think federations should be given equal opportunity on equipment and everything.
Okay. It was very brief because I've already found my storyline. Unless maybe you want to add something that.
No, I am. What now? Our next step is to prepare for the Olympic qualifying next year in South Africa. We hope that we will get some funding from the ministry and from NOC to do the preparation, because for Rio 2016 next year is our qualifying in Germany, one event, and one is in South Africa. So now I think we'll embark on that training program.
I think I'll start hammering, because these magazines, they reach the minister and the
yes, let them, yes.
I have to start hammering on the importance of trying to put something small in shooting.
Yes,
so that
I would appreciate, because they should understand that we have talents. You see, we have like the late Simon Ikeno. He was a bronze medalist in Africa, Then we went in Egypt. We got 2 silver, 2 bronze in February. You saw the report of the team. So why aren't you not investing when we are performing with our limited resources? That is the irony about the situation, Why don't they see that, okay, we got the medals with our resources of limitation, now let's push, and expound county.
So about how much of your own resources did you put in? Maybe, I'm not saying you in particular, but
in general, the shooters must have put in almost 1 million.
Their own money?
Yes. Okay. And this 1 million basically is from friends, donation, donation, sponsorship, through sponsorship.
From preparation to...
For example, you have a competition, someone is sponsoring competition. So here pesa tunaweka, and for sports development, someone is sponsoring an event. Those type of money was set aside to prepare. But that's not enough, because there are so many disciplines. Look at Guy Jack, he went to England twice to go to a personal coach. His ticket cost and everything is already 200,000, 300,000. So he got sponsors and tried to go. He went to a personal coach in UK just to get his preparation.
That is somebody who loves the sport.
So he raised his own 500,000 individual for ammunition, traveling, whatever. His own money, I don't know how much was sponsor what, but himself, one individual spent 500,000. We are in a sport where it's an expensive sport. It's not so it needs, and most of the cost is ammunition. We don't get duty-free ammunition. They don't exempt anymore. Otherwise, even that cost could help. So ammunition is paid by duty by air. So that's why the costs are high.
So, asante sana.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been.